What do we do next, Hailey? What do we do? What do you want from us now? Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you're good, I hope you're well. I know you're going to be wondering, why, Bethan, why are you in a silky dressing gown? Why the hell in the height of winter, what feels like, are you in a silky dressing gown? Well, this week's video I'm going to be recreating the famous beauty secrets, and that is going to be Hailey Biebers' makeup look, which is going to be on the screen now. And she talks through her kind of date night glam, which is actually to me more of a day-to-day glam. So she is also wearing a silk gown, so I thought if we're going to do a Hailey Bieber recreation, we're going to have to wear a silk gown. So let's see if we can recreate Hailey Bieber's makeup look. You have to excuse the hair. I even use clips, just like she has clips. She starts with a skin prep, and she talks a lot about skin prep, but I've already done mine, so we're just going to jump straight into the glam. I've made notes. So she starts with foundation and she mixes that in with a serum. I haven't got the foundation that she's on about because it is Chanel, but today we're going to be using the iconic London. This is a super smoother skin tint and I absolutely love this. Looking at her makeup, this is going to be the one that's most similar. So she puts this on and she mixes it in with a peptide cream. I don't have a peptide cream, so we're just going to go with this. She mixes it in to at the palms of her hands, and she just presses it in like this. This is so weird. And she doesn't use much because it's Hailey Bieber, so she doesn't need to use much. And then she just starts to moisturise that in. She says Pat McGrath uses her hands, so why do I not? Do you know what I mean? If Pat McGrath does it, we should all do it. I think that is all blended in. I mean, the good thing about that skin tint is that it's super light, and Iconic London always advocate applying products with your fingers. So actually, like, I don't actually think that looks that bad. It doesn't really look like I've got anything on. It's just kind of improved my skin texture slightly and colour. Now she goes on to concealer. So the concealer she uses is the Kosas one. I actually haven't tried any of the Kosas products. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin, and I think it'd be perfect for this kind of look that she creates. Kosas one is super light and creamy, and this is super light and creamy, but with also really good coverage. Look at a little picture of where she actually puts the concealer. Essentially, all she does underneath her eyes, on the chin. It's really minimal for me, really minimal. And to blend, she just goes in with a beauty blender. So I'm just going to take my Coco Cosmetics by Chloe Marshmallow Sponge. Looks a little bit discoloured. I think I told you before. It went in the washing machine, it didn't go well, okay? I think I'm going to have to blemish correct. She doesn't. And I've got a couple here. Just press that underneath my eyes. I've actually got to go out today, so I really hope that this looks good. Hailey, we can't all do this minimal look. Some girls need coverage. I'm going to just pop a little bit of that concealer on a couple of these blemishes that I've got here. It's just a bit of redness that she doesn't have, and just press that into the skin. And then I believe she goes on to cream bronzer. She also goes in and then and takes her concealer here, and this is just going to help lift those lips and kind of chisel your face. So it's like a reverse contour method. You see kind of what that's done, and then just press that in. I'm actually not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. I'm going to just take my Butter Biscuit by Fenty, which is the Cheeks Out Cream Bronzer. Favourite ever bronzer. Is very loved and very beautiful. I don't have the Tom Ford one that she has, and I don't think anyone can actually afford that, but this is a beautiful, beautiful warm bronzer for pale skin. So if you're looking for kind of like a middle ground between cool toned and warm, this is the shade for you. And just presses that into the high points of her face, and this is just a really, really beautiful creamy bronzer. And she says in the video how she likes more creamy products because they're a lot kinder to her dry skin, which is exactly why I love creamy products. Like, they're just my favourite. I would much rather have a cream bronzer over a powder bronzer like any day of the week. And you can just see like what a lift that's given. I'm going to take a little bit down my nose as well, as I believe she does. Now once that is all chiseled out, she moves on to eyes. Now she starts off by using a cream shadow. So I'm going to take this one. It's kind of like a pinky one that she uses. So this is the one that's most similar. This is the Collection Matte and Metallic. And we're going to take the matte side. She uses kind of like a pinky taupe, I would say. So I feel like this one would be perfect. The applicator kind of looks a little bit like a lipstick. I've never used this shade before, but it looks like this, and I think it'll be perfect. So she applies that straight to her lid and then just blends that out with her finger, because she does everything with her finger. Also, I'm kind of stressed that we haven't done the brows yet, because the brows for me are always the main point. Do you know what I mean? We know how much we love a brow here. It's actually really pretty on the eye, you know, really pretty. And this is just also, if you use a liquid eyeshadow, it's just gonna help lock the eyeshadow that you put on top in place, and it will literally last all day. And Collection is a super affordable brand, so if you're looking for some good like creamy eyeshadow products, then just try Collection. And then she goes over the top with a similar shadow. Now I got sent this yesterday, which is amazing, so I thought this shadow is perfect. This is the Lottie London, I just chuck that Y2K palette, and I'm going to take this shade here. It goes over the top of that cream shadow with a powder shadow, so I think that one will be perfect. And she just goes over that with a fluffy brush. I'm just going to run that over. She uses a Kylie Jenner Stormy palette, but I don't have that either, guys. We're going to work with what we've got, because we want to look like Hailey Bieber, but we want to look like her on a budget. Just looks like that, and that's all she does with the eye. Hailey, you kill me! Now finally we're going to get onto the brows, and I'm just going to take the iconic London Liquid Brow Silk, and I love this eyebrow gel, like I love it. I'm just going to start by brushing the brows the opposite direction. She's kind of gone for like a fluffy but like minimal brow, so just start to brush them to coat the brows and then kind of brush them in the opposite direction. She does actually go with a shimmer on her eyelid, but I'm not going to do that today because I'm actually just going out for the day. And she does say that she would stop at this eyeshadow if she was just doing it kind of every day. But that is exactly where we're going to leave the shadow. Then I'm just going to press that to lock those brows into place and kind of leave the brows there. What do we do next, Hailey? What do we do? What do you want from us now? Mascara. This is a weird order. She also goes in a lash curls first. I'm going to take my Laura Mercier lash curlers, which are my favourite ever lash curlers. Look. Like, oh! Hailey, have you got these? Because if not, you need them. For mascara, I'm just going to go in with my trusty Maybelline Sky High Mascara in Waterproof. For blush, she uses a beautiful pinky blush. I'm going to take the shade Rose by Refi. See, this is a very loved product. I think it would work perfectly. So she just goes in and presses the cream on top of that cream contour and then little on the nose. And this is where it's just comes to life. Also uses a bit of Dior, which is fine because I've got it. I've got it. This is the Viral Pink Dior blush, and Hailey said that she loves this blush, and I also love this blush. It's just amazing. Take that a little bit on my Sigma brush. And this is so pigmented, so if you're pale like me, just be careful with it. And she just takes that on top of where she's put that cream blush, and that's just going to lock that into place. Then she goes in with a nude lip pencil, so I'm going to take the shade Up by Refi, which is my favourite ever lip liner. This Refi one is just the best. She actually uses Charlotte Tilbury, but this is very similar. And then she just goes in with a gloss. I love it though, I love it. I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Crop Wee Cherie lip oil. This is in the shade Glow. This is the most gorgeous lip oil ever, and it's just gonna give that, I think, that Hailey Bieber finish. Finally end with powder, and I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish powder. This is their translucent one, guys. I'm so excited they've actually got a translucent one now. I'm just gonna take that on a little brush and just kind of make sure I've got no creases first, and just gently kind of start to set the areas of my face that will need setting. She doesn't do too much powdering, but she doesn't need to because she's Hailey Bieber. Do you know what I mean? If I was Hailey Bieber, I would literally never wear makeup, because why? Why would you? This powder is just the most beautiful powder. Like, look how blurring and perfect that looks underneath my eyes. It's so brightening as well, which is amazing. And I just go over, I've got my blemishes and in my smile lines because I'm a smiley person, and a little along the head. The clips are out, the makeup is finished. How do you think we did, guys? Do you like it? It's obviously a lot more natural than what I'm used to, but I think my skin actually looks really healthy and really glowy. I am actually low-key obsessed, and it was actually quite a simple makeup routine, so I'm not mad at it. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think I should recreate someone else next from the Vogue Secrets? Hailey, I was kind of doubting you when you first started applying foundation with the palms of your hands, but now you are forgiven. She's glowing queen. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next week.